again, and welcome to Kabbala Revealed. I'm Tony Kosinec. In this lesson, we're going to look at the four levels that exist in nature: the inanimate, vegetative, animate, and human. Now, we're familiar with these when we look at life on Earth through the five senses. But because reality is constructed in the form of root and branch, that is, because there's a causal level of force that's hidden from those senses, what we are able to see and sense is only the result of that force. So these four levels of existence we observe here are branches of four levels of this hidden upper force. We see them, but do we really understand anything about them? Let's take a look at them. In the physical world, these four parts of reality are distributed in terms of their quantity in a pyramid. At the bottom of this pyramid is the greatest quantity, and that's the still level. Now, what we're really measuring here, according to the Kabbalists, is not simply a conglomeration of matter, but a particular quality on the root level that manifests itself on the branch level in the way that we can sort of understand it. And the quality that we are looking at is the will to receive. This is the only thing that exists in the physical world, so everything that we see here is an expression of that. That's why on the still level, we have all the hard matter in the universe, all the rocks, all the planets, and so on. And they have the greatest number of things are in the still, because the still only has a tiny amount of will to receive, only this level here. It hardly has any will to receive. So therefore, it has very little will to change, ability to change, and it takes tremendous forces to get it to move in any way. Above that is the vegetative level. All of the organic plant matter. Now, this level of will to receive is so much greater than the still level, dimensionally greater, that a single plant, a single flower, incorporates more will to receive than all of the still level. And because it has this extra dimension of the desire to receive, it also has the ability to grow. It can make a determination between what's good for it and what's bad for it, and it grows in a very limited way towards the sun, and taking certain elements from the earth and so on. It's a simple form of life. Above that, we have the animate level. Now, the animate level has one animal, say a fly, has more will to receive than all of the still and vegetative levels combined. And because of that, it develops its own individuality. It seeks out its good, and it chooses between good and bad for its well-being on an individual basis. Above that, we have the human level. Now, this level incorporates more will to receive than all of the levels below it. They're all incorporated in it. And on this level, we have something called mind and heart. And these elements allow us to experience not like an animal that only sees the present, but to be able to use our mind and our heart to compensate for those things that are not present before us. And this grows our will to receive to a tremendous level. So here, this level actually incorporates all levels below it and affects all levels below it. So the inner life of the human level is really what makes for the conditions of everything else in the universe, because it's all really part of the human. When the human will to receive develops to its maximum, it reaches a level we call speaking, or what you could call a Kabbalist. Now, an entirely different order appears at this point. And these very same levels, 4 levels, are then experienced, or at least it's possible to experience them, in the spiritual realm. And here we see them laid out in a slightly different way, because we're not just dealing with the quantity of one quality, but with a comparison of quantity against quality. Here, the still, animate, vegetative, and speaking go by different names. And you'll see them in scriptures. The still level is called palaces. The vegetative is called robes. The animate is called angels. And the speaking level is called souls. And they're made up of a ratio of 2 qualities: the will to receive and the will to bestow. In other words, once a person reaches this spiritual level, they go through a process by which the will to bestow becomes greater and greater and greater as the person ascends these levels. And then, of course, above all those, there is another level of